Hi, I'm Dennis. We're back with another repair tip. Today we're going to replace the cap. Why? Because as you can see, it's spinning on the handle. There's a reason why that happened. And you know, we get busy. I'm not going to beat up on anybody. We're in a hurry. But what happens is that I have a tendency to take the tool in the jar and loosen it up. And eventually it'll fatigue this cap and it'll start to spin, and then you get a little aggravated. Okay, so remember, grab a hold of the jar lid and the jar and remove them like this, kind of like a paint gun. You won't have that problem. But anyway, let's get to the repair. Okay, obviously the cap is spinning on the tool here. We know why that happened. We don't need to talk about that. I'm going to inspect the siphon tube. You know, it's got some chemical discoloration to it. It looks a little strange up front here. So I'm going to go ahead and plan on replacing that, since I'm going to go to all this trouble to replace the cap. Single edge razor blade, I'm just going to pierce that right there. I'll take a pair of needle nose, just grab that there on the bottom, pull that off like that. Because if you think it's still good, you can get some more life out of it. Let's grab a single edge razor blade here. I'm just going to trim that off. Okay, if you look at it after trimming it and you say, I can still get some life out of that, that's fine. The only thing that's going to be different is that it's not going to be all the way down in the bottom of the cup. But if you're in a situation where you don't have access to one of these, go ahead and cut it down and use it again. You're just going to have some liquid you're not going to make contact with. So we'll set that aside. Okay, the part I'm going to replace it with will be the CT500. Okay, all right. Here's our cap replacement. I'm going to turn it upside down, and there is no washer in here. So what I want to do is I want to reach inside, and we're going to pop out this washer here. I'll remove it from the old cap. I'm going to press it in here. Okay, that's okay to go. Now, how am I going to get a wrench in there? There are some bent box-in wrenches that you can do that, but one easy way to do it, I'm just going to put this in the vise. 24 millimeter socket wrench. I'm just going to take this. Okay. That's a CT419. Those usually hang in there pretty good, not unless it's been attacked by chemical or something like that. You know, I was considering about tightening this down. And you know, if I don't have a cap replacement, I can put this on and torque it down some more and get some life out of it. And remember to use the collar and the jar to remove it. But see, that one's pretty loose on there. I've got a new one. I'm going to put a new one on it. I'll just spin off like this. And I'm going to show you really how it's kind of burgered up there a little bit. It's not going to last much longer. Don't waste your time by trying to use this one again. Okay. Got my new cap. So that's on there nice and snug. Okay. Grab my 419. It's that nut that goes between the cap and the air reverse switch itself. I'm going to turn that down like that. Grab my socket wrench. Put that over. Okay, how much pressure or torque do I put on this nut? You know, one thing you can do is, if you got a feel for it, you go, that's enough, that's where I'm going to stop. So unless you got a torque wrench that has a PSI or a torque wrench meter on it, don't try it. Okay, that's on. I'll put my new siphon tube on. Cap with hole replacement. Now it's nice and solid on there. Remember, this isn't going to strip out again if you grab the tool and the jar separately and take it on and off. That's a replacement of the CT300 cap with hole. And I'm Dennis.